So today I've come to Bristol. I was just at Montpellier station. That's how you pronounce it, not Montpellier. We're not in France, we're in Bristol. And I've come today to find any remnants of an old piece of railway line that I mentioned in my previous video, the history of the railways of Bristol. So if you stop and go and watch that one first and then come back, and we're going to go and try and find the Clifton Extension Railway. It's a lot colder today than it was last time I was out doing one of these. Luckily I've got my TfL branded Christmas jumper to keep me warm. So this is the, what's it called? The Narrowways Millennium Green. And actually there's a really good map here. Right there is the current railway line, the Severn Beach line, and just further up that way it joins the main line between Bristol Parkway and Bristol Temple Meads. But a spur of track would have come off around here and carried on straight in this direction to the Midland Railway. As I'm filming this, I'm having to avoid loads of muddy puddles, but we press on. It was apparently raining very heavily this morning. So the Midland Railway ran from Bristol Temple Meads and Bristol St Phillips round to Bath, but a different way, and also up to Gloucester, as explained in my previous video, which again, if you're watching this and you still haven't watched that, what are you doing? And so the spur came off the Midland Railway and joined onto this railway, and which was GWR, and they both jointly ran all the way to Clifton Down, and that was the Clifton Extension Railway, which is now extended on to Avonmouth and Severn Beach. But Midland Railway trains only went up to Clifton Down. So, as the GWR Severn Beach line sort of curves off round, the Midland Railway keeps straight on. So, let's see what we can find. So, I sort of imagine what I'm walking on now could be the old track bed. Either this path exactly or just this general area, because there's a big ditch down there which wouldn't have the trains on. So this is an embankment. Feels a bit man-made. Feels like it could have held a railway line. So I just came from there, and I've come out into this green area, which is definitely where the railway line would have gone. Let me show you why. So there's an embankment on that side and an embankment on that side. Now, directly ahead of me is the current railway line from Bristol Temple Meads to Bristol Parkway. And so the railway line, the Clifton Extension Railway line, would have crossed over. And there is evidence that there was a bridge. And I'm so happy because I didn't know if this was still going to be here. So I've just done some walking through the streets. I shouldn't record near such a busy road, but I wanted to show you this. This is the next bit of proof of the Clifton Extension Railway. It's a bridge abutment. The bridge isn't there anymore. And I'm gonna walk down this path here, which is sort of parallel to / on the track bed for a bit further. It is parallel to. There's a sort of embankment up there which would have carried the railway line. So this is just a path alongside it. It might converge at some point. Let's see. I just strayed off the path and onto the embankment for a bit, but it is very overgrown, so I'm going to go back to the path. We flash forward again because there are a lot more roads and I had to cross underneath the M32. But back just before the M32, I found this bridge, which I did not know was there. So that was a nice surprise. So that was a continuation from the embankment. And now I've got to the best bit, which is what I made this video originally for in the first place, which is a fully intact viaduct that you can walk across. This could be like an old worker's hut or something. You get them a lot alongside the railway line. So it's a nature reserve, and the viaduct's included on the nature reserve. The nature reserve goes across the viaduct. The name's going to appear up on the screen. I cannot pronounce that. I will say it wrong, and I don't want to try. But that's the name of the viaduct. Yeah, let's go on it. So somehow they've managed to plant trees on the viaduct, which is cool. They've still got ballast, or stones that are like ballast, on the viaduct, which is really, it's just a bit authentic, you know. I don't know whether this was single or double tracked. I'm assuming it was double tracked. It's quite wide compared to, say, the Tucking Mill Viaduct, which was single tracked. So yes, this is really exciting. So when they used to close down railway lines, especially in sort of the 50s, 60s, 70s era, they would rip up the track really, really quickly. And often they'd demolish stations and sort of get rid of as much as they could, because you can then sell the land. Railway land is quite valuable, so they'd then just sell it on, and that's why a lot of this has been built up over. But things like bridges, they're more expensive to demolish and everything, and so they've just kept them. So yeah, it's great for people like me. You can go and explore and find them now, and it's really nice when they make them accessible. Oh, there's like a sort of smaller bridge here. So that was the viaduct. That was really exciting. So the Midland Railway from Bristol to Bath is now a cycle path, a bit like the 2 tunnels which I walked last time, except it was turned into a cycle path much earlier. So you can go all the way from Bath to Bristol, and this spur came off that cycle path. So I'm just gonna walk the last little bit. I'm still on the track bed. I'm just gonna walk the last little bit to reach the cycle path. One day I will definitely do a video, or probably multiple videos, about the Bath to Bristol cycle path and what's still there, because there's still some stations and bridges and everything along that route, but not today. Today I was mostly just doing that bridge, and yeah, but got that to look forward to. Yeah, back on the pavements because houses in the way. Oh, it's windy, it's very cold. I'm very cold now. When I stop recording, the coat is going straight on, and the hat. Here we are. We're at the end of the video. I'm on the cycle path now. Thanks for joining me. Come again soon.